Let's speak now to Najat Saliba, a Member of Parliament in Lebanon. Najat Saliba, welcome to the programme. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Let me just begin with those comments that you may have heard our correspondent Jonathan Regev talking about. Can the Lebanese state realistically negotiate while a non-state actor, Hezbollah, operates independently?
Good afternoon, and thank you for the invitation. Of course, we have a challenge to deal with the disarmament of Hezbollah. The government and the cabinet, the ministerial cabinet, including the president, they took a decision on the 2nd of March and back on August 5th to lift all cover to any military action for Hezbollah. So disarming Hezbollah is a local demand that a lot of people want to see implemented, but without the support of the international community and without going forward by proving that the negotiations are going to help in calming Hezbollah and not having Hezbollah always retaliating against the brutal attacks of Israel, I think the negotiations will remain moving very slowly. So the demands for Lebanon is basically to extend the period of the ceasefire, but also to ask Israel to comply with the terms of the ceasefire by not destroying more homes, bombing at constant basis the southern part of Lebanon, including the killing of journalists like what happened yesterday. So I think the demands are going, if they are implemented, they will help and strengthen the position of the Lebanese government to control the territory inside Lebanon and to take from Hezbollah the pretext and the excuse that we cannot give up our arms because Israel keeps bombarding us.
Is an Israeli withdrawal realistic then, given what you've said, in the near term, given the security concerns cited by Israel?
Of course, we are in a state of war, and that's why we're going to a direct negotiation. I think the negotiations are going to face lots of challenges, and each one of us, from his own point of view, is gonna put the blame on the other side. I think that's why we're saying we need to come to a common ground. If we agree on a ceasefire, let's implement the ceasefire first, and let's stop destroying homes and occupying territories so that we can show the goodwill of both ends in order for us to move forward with the negotiations. Definitely this does not come easy. We understand that we have been in state of war for over 30 years or probably over 40 years, and that's why this is going to be difficult. It might be also long, but at the same time we call on both parties. Lebanon has shown great empathy, and they also showed goodwill of maintaining the ceasefire, also trying to present the Lebanese armed forces as a substitute army to take control in the south. We need from Israel to also show the goodwill to extend the ceasefire and also comply with the ceasefire's terms and conditions by not killing journalists, for example, and not continue bombarding villages and destroying every sign of life in these villages.
Briefly, if the ceasefire is not agreed, if the ceasefire is not extended, what are the immediate risks for Lebanon?
We are really at a very difficult situation. From within, we see that parties are becoming louder in putting doubts in those negotiations, and this is going to probably present an internal risk to the ceasefire and to the initiative that is put forth by the president. And at the same time, if this continues also probably Israel is going to say that Lebanon is not controlling the decision that it's making. It's not true. Lebanon is really squeezed in the middle here. From one hand, there is the militia, the Iranian militia, that is continuing to put pressure on the government to force Israel to comply with the ceasefire, and at the same time Israel is putting pressure on the government and say the government is unable to implement the decision it's taking. So the government of Lebanon wants to be free, it wants to take its own decision, and it wants to implement its own decision, but we need help from the international community, we need help from the parties that are talking directly in order for us to move forward. If we're gonna stay in a standoff like this by having a fight between Iran and Israel over the territories of Lebanon and at the expense of the Lebanese people, I think this is going to drag for too long, and it's gonna cost Lebanon a lot more than it has cost us already.
Najat, thank you very much for your time. Najat Saliba, Member of Parliament in Lebanon.